We are joined today with Mr. Ashok Pathirage, recognized as a visionary leader of Sri Lanka's corporate world, is the founding member and chairman managing director of SoftLogic Group, one of Sri Lanka's leading conglomerates. He manages over 50 companies with a pragmatic vision providing employment to more than 11,000 employees. Mr. Pathirage manages and gives strategic direction to the group, which has a leading market presence in 6 core and non-core verticals: retail, healthcare services, financial services and IT, leisure and automobiles. He is the chairman of NDB Capital Holdings Limited. Mr. Pathirage serves as the chairman of Sri Lankan Airlines Group, an airline where the government of Sri Lanka is the principal shareholder. Welcome, Mr. Pathirage.
Thank you for having me.
Mr. Ashok, you have been appointed as the chairman of Sri Lankan Airlines in the thick of the pandemic. Tell us more about your experience in these last 4 years and how the airline has navigated and positioned itself as of today.
Yeah, correct. It's unfortunately, I think I took over about 4 years back. Just after my appointment, we were hit with COVID globally. So obviously that was a challenge for not only for Sri Lankan, everybody, because that was the first time that I think our generation has experienced something like that. And so it was a big challenge. But I think we have managed to overcome that with a lot of resilience on our people, right? Sacrifice from our employees as well, because they need to go through salary cuts. And although that we are not laid off any employees
during the pandemic.
Yes, some of that they are like, but we managed to come through, right? Because as you know that we are an island,
yes,
right? I mean, the only getaway, right, for most of the people to connect with the rest of the world is, by air. Obviously that, you need to run, your essential services, you need to bring your medicine, right? And you need to bring your people from who are stranded in the part of the world. So Sri Lankan Airlines, did a big commendable service, I must. So somehow, right, with all these sacrifices and commitments of our staff, we managed to come through that difficult period.
Resilience, positive focus, these are the tag words for the airlines. So resilience, you have already explained to us how resilient the airline has been during the pandemic. Can you share some more example where the airline or the group has been very positive and focused in the last 4 years?
Yeah, because see, Sri Lankan case is more than COVID, if you wanted to know, because we were hit with COVID and then we were coming out of it, then we got into economic trouble. So that was about 1.5 years ago, and so there were a lot of disruptions. We were short of dollars, even as the airline, although that, we mainly deal in foreign currency. Sri Lanka didn't have enough dollars to even import aviation fuel. So there was a period that we need to fly into India to pump aviation fuel.
Okay.
Right? So you can just imagine, right? So we have gone through many hurdles. If you look at it, we are still a default nation. But I must say, you were talking about the resilience. I think that's what our people are. That's in their genes.
That's
because
what
of what they have gone through, right?
Absolutely.
So I think, somehow, today if you look at the current situation, right, we have come out of the economic trouble, in a very positive manner. In fact, today, right, during that time, the rupee depreciated by almost 100%. Then inflation shot up to 70%. So, that was almost impossible environment for people to do business, so continue the activities.
Yeah.
But today we have come back, thankfully. Our economy is growing, and we were a $95 billion economy with a per capita of $4,000 pre-COVID. So we were basically the richest nation in
the
that
Asian
part of the world.
Yeah.
Right? We were about 3 times of per capita of India, right? And we probably about 4 times of Pakistan and Bangladesh. Yeah. And also we never had issues with the neighbors, right? But so we were the friends of Pakistan, Bangladesh and India, right?
China, everyone. Yes, absolutely.
So, but still, if you look at it, India is growing. It's fantastic. Yeah. I think I must say, that's our biggest opportunity, because India has 1.4 billion people, and they're growing at almost 8%, right, per annum.
Yeah.
And probably they are their first trip maybe to
To
Sri
Sri
Lanka,
Lanka.
because I mean that's a fantastic island, probably the best destination for them to come.
It's the vicinity, it's the cost,
Absolutely,
it's everything.
right?
I
And
agree, yeah.
so we are with 22 million people, right? So we
Yeah.
have a great opportunity, we are right with the economic improvement of India. I think that there will be a lot of benefits will come to Sri Lanka, from a tourism to economic investments, and Sri
That's
Lanka can be their second home, right?
that's really interesting.
Yes, so I think
Yeah.
we will be like Hong Kong for China. So I think so those are the opportunities. Although that we
We
have gone
have.
through all this, we are very positive that our economy will come back strongly. We are still about 2.5 times of per capita of India, because India
Yes.
will take time to
Take
distribute
time
that
to
money.
distribute that money.